How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
And the buzzer sounds. We got 1 minute to go on the clock here, and then we will find out for sure who the starting lineups are for both Tim Ranking and the Concordia Cadets and Coach J.J. Foster and the Bishop Luers Knights, the home team here tonight. One of my favorite gyms to come to. Smaller gyms, low ceilings, and they can get loud, and they get loud in a hurry.
As we mentioned, Bishop Luers hasn't played in a while, so we'll see if, just like in the girls' game, the girls for Bishop Luers hadn't played in about 2 weeks, so they were a little slow out of the gate. We'll see how Bishop Luers handles not playing for a while. But Bishop Luers averages 70 points a game, and they give up 66, so we'll see right away how this game starts, Kenny.
Buzzer's just about ready to sound here, and we thank again Ms. Kanapke for joining us to help fill time in between games.
That way they didn't have to listen to us for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, it probably did everybody a big favor.
Bishop Luers and Concordia. Concordia is averaging almost 58 points a game and give up 56. So defensively, Concordia is very good, but offensively, you have to give the advantage to Bishop Luers.
And they're doing the courtesy thing. Courtesy? Very good. The courteous thing, introducing the non-starters first for the Concordia Cadets. And you're right, Reggie Slarp, the first starter introduced for the Concordia Cadets. 6 foot, 145. He is a senior. Bob, you're a guru. Cam Weichert, Mitch Paradine, Bergdahl, and Nick Webb. Again, I swear Bob's got a microphone in the locker room somewhere because he got it exactly right. Tharp, Weichert, Paradine, Bergdahl, and Webb going to be starting lineup for the Concordia Cadets.
And that's 4 seniors, Kenny, and Bergdahl and Tharp have played for 3 years, so a lot of continuity and a lot of veteran leadership for the Concordia Cadets, and see if that's a big advantage for him tonight.
I do see Ray Walker as one of them. And trying to cheat and try to look around some.
I see Sidney Curry, and number 3 is one of the starters. This is Jason Davis.
Look at him. So, yep, Jason Davis heading from the floor, 6'4", forward, listed as a junior. Sidney Curry stands 6'7". I sure like, he looks a physical specimen. J.J. Foster and Jordan Banks. So we got Jason Davis, a 6'4" forward, junior forward. Sidney Curry, 6'7" swing player. He's a freshman, but boy, he's built like a senior. Ray Walker, a 5'11" guard. J.J. Foster, a 5'11" guard. And Jordan Banks standing in the middle, and he will fill up a lot of space. He's a senior, stands 6'5".
Curry 6'7", Banks 6'5", and Davis 6'4".
And an in-house pregame prayer never hurts anything. Basketballs fly across the floor, and here come the players to the floor. Well, and now they go back just a little bit.
The referees are trying to do a little jogging. Maybe that's a thing to, maybe a little premonition of what's going to happen, Kenny, because I could see Bishop Luers wanting to get up and down the floor, especially again with J.J. Foster and Ray Walker at guards. And on the other side for Concordia is Reggie Tharp. So 3 of the better guards in the entire city are on the floor, and an outstanding freshman in Sidney Curry for Luers. This should be a heck of a ball game, just like the girls play.
Curry and Bergdahl set to jump center. Referee's having a quick word with him. It's up, they're up, tip, controlled by the Knights.
Good play by Concordia.
No good, and foul quickly on the floor. Curry controlled the tip, got it to Walker, Walker to Banks, Banks missed the free throw, and
they might have called goaltending. I'm not sure what they called.
They gave it to him, so.
Oh, they gave him the basket, all right.
Offensive goal, or defensive goaltending by the Cadets. And the Knights have the first bucket of the evening. Weichert with the basketball, swings over to Tharp, and back to Weichert. Weichert standing way out by the BL sign on the middle of the floor. He finds Paradigm. Paradigm's directed a little bit of traffic, and now Tharp pops out.
Concordia is going to be very patient, move that ball against the zone. They got 3 good outside shooters with Tharp, Paradigm, Bergdahl, and Weichert.
Dumping inside the web, he kicks it out. 3 on the way by Weichert, no good. A rebound rescued by J.J. Foster. He flips it to Walker, and here we go down the other end of the floor. Hey, Walker hesitation move, didn't fool the defense. Flips it over in the corner to Davis. Davis brings it out toward the timeline, and to Walker, and they're going to reset the offense. Walker finds Davis. Davis on the right side, right wing, picks it up, got no place to go. Here comes the defense. Finally gives it up to Walker. Walker to Foster. Foster throws up a 3. It's way long. Rebound picked up by Davis, and he dribbled it out of bounds. So an ugly first genuine possession for the Bishop Luers Knights. And a 2-0 lead by the Knights. And Concordia comes down the other
Bishop
direction.
Luers in his zone. Concordia is going to have to move the ball, try to get a good shot. Put somebody on that foul line. That'll always help against his own defense.
Clark to Bergdahl. Bergdahl swings it around.
Not a good play at all there.
They tried an alley-oop, but didn't do much of anything. Quickly down the floor, Davis and Walker run the floor, and an easy bucket for the Knights. 4-0, Luers. Weichert brings the basketball over the timeline. Stops, assesses the situation, flicks it straight over to us, and Mitch Paradigm standing right in front of us. Gives it back to Weichert. And Concordia in no particular hurry to do anything with it here.
Coach Reinking standing at half court directing the offense. I thought Concordia would move into their offense a lot quicker than what they're doing right now.
Get it over the corner to Bergdahl. Bergdahl thinks about it. He's got Curry on him. And Bergdahl floats all the way out 10 feet out past the arc. They have to throw it over the top to get it to Tharp, as the defense is making it a little bit difficult to get any kind of entry passes inside. As Davis and Curry playing the inside, and almost like a 1-2-2 zone.
Concordia is playing like they haven't seen a zone before because they're not real sharp right now.
Holy Toledo! Oh, that wasn't.
I thought it was a shot too.
Weichert to Bergdahl, a nice alley-oop on the back door. They got it in. Low post, Banks puts up a right-hander, no good. Bergdahl pulls down the rebound, looks for somebody to give it up to. Tharp shows up, he gets it forward to Weichert. Weichert bounce pass back to Tharp. Tharp top of the key, slings it over the left side, back to Weichert. It's Paradigm to Weichert for Tharp. Tharp puts up a 3. Long rebound goes to Bergdahl. He gets the pocket pick, and it's J.J. Foster. 2-on-1.
What a
JJ
move!
Puts it up.
What a move by J.J.
Nice move with the right hand, avoiding the big contact and made the bucket. 6-2 Knights. Weichert drives the lane, gets inside. Banks says no as he slams it right back to the floor. J.J. Foster comes up with it. We're down on the offensive end of the floor. Curry inside to Banks. Banks mishandles it, rescues it. Around the head shell they go. And Ray Walker a little too quick at the feet. He gets called for traveling.
He's awful quick, but as you said, Kenny, he's a little too quick that time. Jordan Banks is a load. He was a fantastic football player. I think he was all city. Concordia's going to have trouble matching up with him. He's strong inside, and you and I have seen in numerous occasions he loves to shoot the three-pointer also.
He also put a serious block down on Tharp on the inside here last time down the floor. Weichert for the basketball, guarded by Walker. He has to give it up to Tharp. Tharp is almost to the 10-second line. J.J. Foster giving him about 8 feet. They fling it over to Bergdahl. He's picked up by Curry. At least they're still outside the arc. As Concordia seems to have a little bit of trouble figuring out what they want to do with it. Now Bergdahl in the corner for 3. No good. A rebound Davis.
That's his second rebound already.
Gives it to Walker. Walker finds Foster streaking down the left side. He gives it to Curry. Curry's going to man his way is inside, puts it up and in, and that's That is a good move with the left hand by Sidney
Nick Webb
Curry.
has no answer right now for Jordan Banks. That could be trouble for Concordia all night.
8-2 your score, 3:50 and counting. As the Knights are up by 6. And Concordia again is just in no hurry to get the ball in the offensive rhythm. They're just way out by the timeline.
And they're not even trying to get into an offense right now.
A 22-footer put up, no good. Curry with a rebound, finds Foster, and we're going to go the other way. Concordia, no pressure until he gets into half court. Pass down on the baseline to Banks. Banks going to dribble it around the top of the key, gets it up to Walker. Walker in between the circles. Puts it over to Foster. Foster left wing. Walker's hiding out in the corner. Takes a pick from Curry. The switch was good by Concordia, so Curry goes down low. Gets inside. Oh, he could have shot it, but he flipped it out to Banks. Banks with
Coach Reinke might need a timeout because they're getting blown out right now.
11-2, your score, 3:08. And a timeout called by the Concordia Cadets. Let's take a 30-second break ourselves. You're listening to 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
Programming on Redeemer Radio is underwritten in part by Bob Busher Homes. Floor plan customization is what they specialize in. Find floor plans, building sites, and read Bob's story on the web at bobbusherhomes.com. Bob Busher Homes is locally owned with offices in Fort Wayne and Angola. For more information about new home building or remodeling, Bob Busher Homes can be reached at 260-490-3355.
Help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. Call Elevate at 844-230-6611 or visit them on the web at NotreDameElevate.com to learn more.
Well, we'll see what Concordia does differently offensively. They're down 11-2. They took a timeout, and they're looking at Bergdahl.
Another three. Kenny, I don't understand their philosophy.
Curry pulls down the rebound, gives it to Walker. Walker over the timeline. He gets it down inside the Banks, way down in the low blocks. Banks puts it up. It does everything but goes in. Bergdahl with a rebound. He finds Tharp. It's a 2-on-3. Tharp spin move. Throws up a blind over the head shot with no chance of going in. Rebound Knights. Walker gets it in the corner to Foster. Foster, good rotation. Bang! Counted for 3.
I guess there's no rust on the Bishop Luers Knights there. They got 14 points.
14-2 the score. 2:22 in the clock and counting. And Concordia, again, brings the basketball out and kind of holds it. And don't seem to be in any particular hurry to get it toward the iron at all.
They sure look like the team that hasn't played in 2 weeks because they're not sharp on offense at all.
Tharp has it out on the baseline, gives it to Bergdahl. Bergdahl bounce pass to Tharp. Tharp goes in amongst the trees, puts it up. No good. Sidney Curry tips it around. Banks actually grabs it. He finds Walker, and we're heading the other direction. Walker brings it over to the right side. Mid-post, Curry, left hand. Oh, my. Missed everything. Hit the glass. That's about it.
It looked good till he shot it.
Tharp with the basketball. Gives it to Paradine. Paradine just stands there and holds it. Finally, one dribble goes forward, throws it over the top to Bergdahl. Bergdahl back to Paradine, back to Bergdahl. He's going to launch a 3, and it's no good. Rebound Banks. Banks finds a relief valve. It's J.J. Foster.
You better guard him.
Don't blame him. And he is on fire right now. Foster puts in another one.
Kenny, he's got 7 points, and Concordia just, I don't know. They got their biggest guys. All they're doing shooting threes, and I don't know their Coach Reinke knows a lot more basketball than I do, but I don't understand their offense right now.
16-2, and one scoreboard will go out, the other one's still flickering, so we'll look to the left a lot. They get to Tharp. Tharp has to fling it back over the top to Weichert. Weichert looking for a way to go. He tries to get inside. The defense flaps. Go baseline. Tharp. Baseline.
Good block by Curry.
Block by Curry. Gets it out to Walker. Walker 1-on-4 wisely pulls it back. Waits for a relief valve. They find Foster in the corner. Foster.
Somebody better tell Concordia Foster's red hot. He's got 10 points. Another timeout.
And I don't blame him. So let's take another 30-second break ourselves. You are listening to 106.3 FM, Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
A clean office space. Okay, that's an easy choice. And choosing the right company to clean your business is easy too. Siokas Professional Cleaning is the choice of a lot of Fort Wayne companies because of the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Siokas does it with built-in check systems to make sure your business is cleaned beyond your expectations every time. First impressions are critical, so make sure yours is always the best with professional cleaning from Siokas. The best people, the best service. 483-2112 or online at siokas.com.
Welcome back to Bishop Luers High School, where the Bishop Luers Knights are off to a flying start. It's 19-2.
J.J. Foster has 10 points. Jordan Banks has 7. 8 baskets for Bishop Luers, and 3 of them are 3. So Bishop Luers is hitting on all cylinders. And Concordia, like they're stuck in mud, Kenny. They move the ball around and then they throw up a wild 3, and I don't understand their offensive philosophy right now. Maybe there'll be a little more ball movement, but Luers is really making Concordia look poor on the offensive end.
He got it to the inside of Bergdahl. He kicks it back out for a 3, and Mitch Paradine drains it for the Concordia Cadets, gets them to 19-5. 13 seconds to go on the clock. And Walker finds Banks. It's just an easy entry pass. Nobody's challenging it. He puts it up and in with the left hand.
He's got 9 points, and Concordia just nothing on offensive defense right now.
And the whistle stops play, and I think somebody may be called. There hasn't been a foul called this half yet. And we'll see what that's all about. Maybe a little bit of a verbal warning. I'm not sure. Can't tell. Ball's back into play. Clock now starts, 5 seconds to go. Concordia double team. Tharp's going to take a long 3 and count it. So Concordia makes 2 threes late in the quarter, and it's 21-8. And we're 1/4 of the way through the second ball game of the evening. And let's take a 1-minute break in between quarters. You're listening to 106.3 FM WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne. Welcome home to your family of faith.
Spherion Staffing, locally owned by the Pentenberg family, excels in finding the best candidates for industrial, clerical, customer service, non-clinical healthcare, IT, and professional direct hire placements. Spherion clients are accustomed to getting the right employees at the right time, every time. Spherion Staffing supports the proud excellence of the Dwenger Saints and the Luers Knights, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether you are seeking your next career move or searching for great employees, call us at 260-496-9900 or visit us on the web at spherion.com/FTWayne.
Hi, sports fan. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the Barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their 3rd generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
Our first quarter sponsor was Eisman Property Management, a local company that offers owner services for residential properties from a single home to large complexes. If you're a property owner needing a full-time maintenance staff to care for your property, or you just need to find a rental home, Eisman Property Management is here to help. Contact Eisman Property Management on the web at 456rent.com or call 456-RENT. That's 456-7368.
Concordia with the basketball. Bergdahl finally goes inside. Doesn't get very far. He's fouled by Curry, but that's the first time I've seen the Cadets try to go inside with anything. And that's the first foul of the ball game on either team. And they're going to call that one on Banks from the backside. Curry heading from the front, and Banks tried to reach around from the back. So with 7:44 on the clock, a 21-8 lead for the Bishop Luers Knights. And Paxton Bergdahl, 6'8" senior, steps up to the free throw line.
Kenny, do you ever remember doing a game where there was not one foul called in the first quarter? That was amazing.
No, I don't. That is unique.
We're going to probably need that in some of the games we're going to do this year.
We'll save that. We may even need it later today if these referees are assisted in the last group. Bergdahl made the first free throw. The second one is up and in. So a little 8-0 run by the Concordia Cadets. Closed the gap a little bit. They get it to Foster in the corner. He missed for the first time in about 10 shots. Curry runs down the rebound, hands it to Banks on the baseline. He says, I ain't got anything to do with it, so he gets it to Davis. Davis to Walker. Walker resets the offense. For the first time, J.J. Foster shot a little bit too quick. Davis has it in the corner. Walker to Banks.
Good ball movement by Luers.
Davis puts it up and in. Nice 15-foot baseline jumper. 23-10 your score. And just about 7 and change on the clock here. Bergdahl gets inside, loses control of the basketball, and he's going to get lucky because he didn't have much of control of the rock. I think Banks got his hand in there a little bit too quickly. That will be his second foul of the ball game. Blaine Cook comes into the lineup. We went from a big, strong offensive lineman to a slender basketball player.
Jordan Banks, 9 points first quarter. Blaine Cook is really good on the three-point shot for offensively. I can't believe that's not back and over and back. Didn't you think, Kenny, or not?
You can do that on the inbound pass. It's not a big deal. Peter Morrison with the basketball in between the circles. Gets it over to the right side to Paradine, who's got one of the threes for Concordia. He gets it to Weichert. Weichert can throw up a three, but he's guarded by Davis. Tries to get past him. Defense collapses big time. He's got no place to go with it. He finally kicks it out to Morrison. Morrison back to Weichert. Weichert.
Boy, do they like to shoot threes. They're consistent.
It rattled home, so it's 23-13. And the blowout is not as bad. He gets Curry. Curry mans up, puts it up, no good. Rebound Foster.
He's doing everything today.
He's having a nice game so far. They get it back inside to Curry. Curry to Bergdahl. Curry double dribble. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. He put it down once and put it down again real quick. And they're going to call that foul on Bergdahl. Not a shooting foul. The first foul against the Concordia Cadets. And I take it back. They're going to call that on Paradine. So that's his first in the ball game.
Nice pass.
Curry wanted it. He got it. Threw it up a little bit hard. Rebound Bergdahl. Bergdahl gives it up to Tharp. Tharp gets down the floor. Drives inside the lane. Puts up a wild shot. No good. Walker out accelerates everybody. Finds Foster on the wing. Oh, and he's double teamed quickly. He finds Walker.
Boy, Walker's a magician with the ball sometimes.
Gets it to JJ. JJ puts up a three over Bergdahl.
If I'm Coach Reinking, I'm going to say, why in the world are you not covering J.J. Foster? He has 10 points, and that's another wide open three. He's got 13, and they just stand and watch him shoot.
Axton was coming at him, but he never stuck an arm in the air. Should have challenged him just a little bit. 26-13 your score, as the Knights quickly have answered with 5 points of their own. Bergdahl drives the baseline, caught Curry on the flat foot, and Cook came over on the help side to help. And one of the two is going to get charged with a foul. I think Sidney Curry is going to be guilty of this one. It's his first of the ball game and the third foul against the Bishop Luers Knights. 26-13 your score, 5:31 on the clock. Paxton Bergdahl, the 6'8" senior.
He's 2 out of 2 from the foul line, Kenny.
3 for 3 as that one goes in really smoothly. Curry's going to have a seat. Banks is going to come up. And a change in the lineup. Larson Ashford checks in for Concordia, and Reggie Tharp has a seat. So substitutions complete. They give Bergdahl the basketball for his second shot. It's up, and it's good. Smooth as butter. 26-15. Score, 5:29 on the clock. And Concordia with a little token pressure here. Looked like a 2-2-1. I'm going to try and do the half-court crap thing. That's exactly what they did, and it worked to perfection. Weichert comes out of the basketball. He's looking for somebody. Everybody relaxes. He puts it up. No good. Rebound, and Banks fights for it. And it's going to end up going. One referee's got his arm extended.
I'm not sure if they know which way we're going.
I think they're guessing. Sidney Curry going to check back into the lineup. Or try to, anyway. Curry in for Banks. That was a quick little break. That must have been a coaching break.
Yes, I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe a little J.J. Foster gave him a little pep talk there.
Concordia has the basketball. They triggered into Peter Morrison. Morrison over to the right side of the Campbell Weichert. Weichert finds Bergdahl in the corner. They're trying to get it inside to Ashford, but there's no way that Cook is going to let him get there. They're built about the same way. They're battling on the inside a little bit.
Good defense by Davis, Jason Davis.
Yep, Weichert's trying to go somewhere. Couldn't. Ashford. And there's a hold away from the basketball, and that's going to go.
Wow, they caught it on Concordia.
And I absolutely did not see it. So
you don't see that too often where the offensive player is holding the defensive player.
That's his second foul of the ball game. That goes against Paradine. Team second, so Paradine's the only guy fouling on Concordia currently. And Jordan Banks checks back into the lineup. If they look on the floor, he went in for Cook, I believe. No,
and Nick Webb, the only junior in the starting lineup for Concordia, is back in and get Paradine out with 2 fouls.
Walker, they are going to go that half-court trap again, and here they come. Walker throws it way over the top to Foster. The defense had plenty of time to come and get him. Weichert right on him. They get it inside to Curry. Curry just mans up.
That's a good move.
He goes up with the left hand, puts it up and in. I bet he's not going to catch the devil for grandma tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell that story at halftime. 28-15 your score, 4:24 in the clock. Inside post, outside the Bergdahl, 3 on the way. Wide right.
Good rebound, JJ.
JJ Foster gets up in the air. That's a pretty good hops there. Pull that one down. No look pass to Cook. Cook says, I can shoot the 3, but they didn't let him. They flip it back to Foster, and he's going to reset the offense out in between the circles. Go to the right side to Cook. Back to Foster. Foster to Walker.
Nice
Walker,
pass.
Curry. Up and in.
Beautiful pass from Walker.
And that's how this offense should work. Curry's thinking about dunking it, but he wanted to make sure he got the bucket. 30-15 your score. The Knights have doubled up on the Cadets here so far in the first half of the ball game. Weichert with the basketball. He's dribbling it backwards. He's over in the corner of the offensive end of the floor looking for somebody to come over and help him. Now he waves everybody away. Walker's going to go out there and pick his pocket and keep playing with it like that. Bounce pass over to Webb. Back to Weichert. Weichert throws it into the corner to Morrison. Morrison guarded by Banks. Banks way bigger than him. Webb bounce pass over to Ashford. Ashford stops, pops, short, rebound. Banks. Banks gets it forward to Walker. Walker buzzes by the defense and then hits the brakes. He stops on a dime and resets everything. Gets to the Banks. Banks down to Cook to Banks. Banks to Curry. Curry puts it up and he is fouled on the floor. This time probably by Larson Ashford, the 6'4" junior for the Cadets.
Concordia doesn't have an answer for the size of Sidney Curry right now. And Concordia just, I don't know, Kenny, they just look lethargic right now, don't they? They're just not a lot of effort out there. They might be trying hard, but it's just not they're not focused right now on either end.
And the only bucket they had was that little flurry of 3.
Curry's killing them.
Quick inside pass to Curry, and he just kind of floats a softy up there and puts it in.
He didn't have a point at all in the first quarter. Good pep talk, and he's already got 6 here in the second quarter.
32-15 here now your score. And Morrison with the basketball right wing. Gets it out to Tharp. Tharp is looking for somebody, and he gets it back to Morrison. Concordia again, they are not going to come close to winning this ball game if they don't start to try to put it in the iron a little bit.
You'd thought they were ahead 32-15, not trailing.
Tharp drives and puts it in as the defense kind of let it go that time.
That's what Reggie Tharp's good at.
32-17 your score. They get it inside another easy interior pass to Banks, and they're just absolutely, they're throwing it to him 2-3 feet away from the bucket. The Luers is just having their way on the inside.
Banks and Curry are really going to have a good night scoring, and their average is really going to go up the way Concordia is playing defense.
Tharp with the basketball over on the left wing. Bounce pass to Weichert, give it back to Tharp. He thinks about the 3 at the parking lot if he does. Drives, gets inside.
What a oh, I thought that was
Curry
a good block.
slapped it away, but somebody fouled him on the way in, and I'm going to guess that it is
Could it be
Cook.
Banks again or not?
That's probably Cook. Yeah, that's his first ball game. And the fourth called on Bishop Luers. It was fouled before he got the shot up. Banks did a good job. He's coming down. Davis is coming up. And the Bishop Luers Knights are enjoying a 17-point lead, 34-17. They get it into Bergdahl. Bergdahl to Weichert. Weichert top of the key. Gets Walker to go the wrong way. Ends up dumping it off to Morrison. Morrison tries to do something with it. He picks it up. Has nobody to give it up to. Tharp finally comes out and says, I'll take that. Tharp guarded by Foster. He's calling for a pick. And Bergdahl gives you the pick. Tharp drives, puts it up, rims out. Curry with the rebound.
That's 5 rebounds for Sidney Curry already.
Gets it forward. Walker baseline drive. He runs right into Ashford. He hits the floor hard. With an interesting no-look pass from J.J. Foster to get it down to him. And Walker may be going to the free throw line. I believe he is.
Kenny, I don't mean to be piling on Concordia, but Reggie Tharp's a veteran. Weichert's a veteran. Paradine, Bergdahl, Webb, they all played and started last year. And tonight, they just don't look like they're even on the same page as Concordia, just playing very poorly right now.
Yeah, they don't look like a cohesive unit by any stretch of any imagination. The first free throw is good. 35-17 your score. And we got a substitution here. Arian Chapman in. Cindy Curry going to take a break with 1:36 to go in the second quarter. Curry's a good body of work here in the first half.
We're a minute and a half from halftime, and Kenny, Concordia has 5 baskets and almost a half. That's not going to win anything.
Walker makes a second free throw, 36-17. Clock starts ticking, and here comes the basketball, Peter Morrison. Walking it up the floor, just going over the timeline. Going to float to the right side. Walker going to pick his pocket. He picked it up.
Good defense by Walker.
Knocked it loose. And he get it to Morrison. Morrison drives. Tharp baseline.
That was a late whistle there.
It was a late whistle and a broken play and kind of ugly. And Ray Walker almost had the steal out here toward the timeline. So
Concordia with Tharp, he seems to like to go to the basket. And again, Concordia's coaching staff knows a lot more basketball than we do, but I don't understand their offense right now. They slow the ball down. They're down 17, 18 points, but when they drive to the basket, Tharp makes something happen. He's already got 6 points.
Curry and Banks back in the lineup. Chapman and I forget who else sit down. Full court pressure. Walker floats it over the top. Curry's got it. He's going to stop, hand it to Banks. Banks is in the right corner. Long over the top pass over to J.J. Foster. He does field it with 1:06 to go and a 36-19 lead. And Walker puts it on his hip and says, come and get me with 1 minute even to go. And they do. There's no count. There's the count started. Walker decides to float to the left side.
That's where Banks likes to shoot.
Banks three, no good. Curry reaches over the defender and knocks it out of bounds, and I think it'll go Concordia's basketball. The rebounder for Concordia looked like a foot shorter than Sidney Curry on that particular play. But Curry down, Cook back up, Banks down, and
Chapman back
up.
in. Yeah.
50.4 to go, and a really good half for the Bishop Luers Knights, 36-19 the score. And they got a little bit more than the token press. Concordia's having a little trouble breaking it. They do. Now Tharp's going to try and charge through, runs right into Chapman, and Chapman's going to get called for the foul.
Bishop Luers averaging almost 70 points a game, and they already have 36 here in the first half. Concordia averaging almost 58 points a game, and sad to report they only have 19. So Coach Reinking's got a lot of coaching to do here at halftime.
First free throw's up and good. So it gets him into the 20 mark. Still a 16-point deficit. Offense or defense, the lineup changes again. Banks and Curry back in the lineup. 41.7 to go. And the second free throw is also good. They're shuffling people around like it's the end of the ball game. Usually don't see that in the first half at all. Walker gets over the timeline, fools the defense. There's everybody back up about 5 feet. Give him plenty of room. 29 seconds to go.
He's sort of a magician. He reminds me of Meadowlark Lemon, who just died from the Harlem Globetrotters. Walker can really handle the ball. He's a magician out here.
He gets it over to Foster. Foster not quite as adept with the basketball, but can keep it away from the defense, and it's down to 10 seconds. That's what they were wanting to do. Now Foster goes forward, gets to the Walker. Walker's got to look at a three.
Oh, nice pass.
Out to Curry. Curry puts it up a little bit too hard. Rebound, glass work. Jason Davis with the last bucket.
He has 3 rebounds and 6 points.
Desperate team comes up way short, and it's halftime. 38-21, your score. Wow, Bishop Luers Knights doing a nice job here. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with our halftime show. You are listening to 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne. Welcome home to your family.
When you're looking for a bank to call home, it's hard to know where to turn. So many offer the same products, services, and rates. So why choose First Federal Bank? Well, at First Federal Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your partner, friend, and neighbor. And just like you, we're proud to call this community home. By empowering our employees to make local decisions, we're investing in our community, one customer at a time. That's what makes us better together. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tri-State Warehousing is one of the most complete service-oriented companies in the warehousing field today. Located in Fort Wayne, Tri-State Warehousing is a 50,000 square foot dry and temperature-controlled storage facility, serving 2/3 of the continental U.S. with overnight rail service. The dedicated staff and specialty services of Tri-State Warehousing are known throughout the industry. For great things in store, call Tri-State Warehousing, 260-436-2010. That's 260-436-2010.
We're all searching for answers, searching for meaning in our life. But the world and the culture give us empty solutions and empty promises. We know there is more to life because we're searching for the real truth and a real meaning. You can stop searching because you found Jesus Christ and His Catholic Church. Redeemer Radio. Welcome home to your family of faith.
There's a new dining experience in Fort Wayne, just waiting to be discovered by sports fans everywhere. Newly remodeled, The Lodge, located in the Coyote Creek Golf Club, is open to the public, offering great daily lunch and dinner specials. Bring the family in to enjoy our spacious family room after the game. The Lodge is proud to support Bishop Luers and Bishop Luers football. Come celebrate the W's with their friendly staff. The Lodge is located at 4935 Hillegas Road. To save your table for after the game, call 260-203-3154.
And that second quarter, that exciting second quarter, was brought to you by Holy Cross College. We're proud to bring you that second quarter of tonight's game. Holy Cross College is an affordable Catholic college offering a life-changing, life-affirming education, and it's close as you say. 2 hours away. Search for them on the web at Holy Cross College at Notre Dame IN. And our halftime sponsor, they've been with us quite a while. We appreciate them a lot. Historic St. Felix Catholic Center for retreats. Located in Huntington, Indiana on 30 seating acres and plenty of recreational areas in the Stream, Hudson, Colorado. St. Felix Catholic Center is the perfect location for a single day of prayer to overnight retreat. Former home of Solanas Venerable Casey. I did it backwards. The former home of Venerable Solanas Casey. Come visit today. Plan your visit at sfcatholiccenter.com. 38-21, Bob. Wow, Knights are off and running.
I'll tell you, 21 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second. Concordia had 8 in the first, 13 in the second. And if I'm Coach J.J. Foster, we're not going to talk about strategy yet, Kenny, but I'd have gone to the referees and said, we don't want to go into the halftime. We'll just keep going because they're playing very, very well. As good as we've seen them all year. J.J. Foster with 13, Jordan Banks with 11, Sidney Curry and Jason Davis, who I think they've added to the lineup within the last month. A young 6'4 junior, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Reggie Tharp and Paxton Bergdahl have 14 of the 21 points. But Kenny, again, we don't mean to beat a dead horse, but Concordia, if somebody said, what's their offense? I don't know what their offense is.
Yeah, I don't know. The Luers defense took them completely out of their game, or Concordia is just flat not wanting to play tonight. It's kind of odd. I believe these two teams just met, did they not? Yes, in the holiday tournament. Concordia beat them. Well, that's the girls' list. The guys' list.
Homestead beat Luers. I'm not sure who not. Oh, Northside, I think, knocked off Concordia, but they must have won one of their first game in the holiday tournament.
Concordia is 4-4 on the year. Yeah, they played North right out of the gate. Got beat 58-44. But they beat Wenger 60-45. They beat Lakewood Park 64-40. They beat Norwell 67-59. They played some fairly decent teams. They beat them, but boy, tonight it looked like they're still on the bus.
Well, and if I'm Coach Tim Reinking, and I know the way they played, he doesn't have enough time to cover everything. But how in the world J.J. Foster has 13 points, and Kenny, he stands in that left corner and nobody even guards him.
And then when Bergdahl went after him the last time, he didn't stick a hand in here. Bergdahl's 6'8", and he's got a wingspan probably about the same, so he'd be quite a tower to have to shoot over, and J.J. just lost it. J.J.'s playing with a lot of confidence tonight offensively.
And they don't have an answer for Jordan Banks, who has 11 points, or the outstanding freshman, 5 rebounds, 6 points for Sidney Curry. I know Concordia is going to come out and play a lot better the second half, but the Concordia coaching staff is going to have to be shaking their head going, what do we have to do to get them ready to play? But as long as they're ready the second half, we're definitely hope to see a different Concordia team.
Well, it's going to be interesting. And we're going to analyze that here when we come back after our next break. You can hear this game is thanks to our communication sponsors, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe of Briscoe Family Dentistry. Their generous financial support helps make this Redeemer Radio Sports broadcast possible. You need emergency dental care? Call Dr. Briscoe at 486-9950. 486-9950. Let's take another 2-minute break, and then we'll see if Bob's microphone in the locker room is working again. We'll get the second half underway. You're listening to 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne. Welcome home to your family of faith.
On a surfboard, Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive.
I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer Peter Franklin Jewelers. Stay sparkly, my friends.
Here's a money-saving tip from Momper, the #1 name in insulation since 1956. Exposed attic ceiling joists and ductwork, or new snow that quickly melts off your roof, means you need to add insulation. We'll fill empty sidewall cavities with insulation, even through masonry, aluminum, or vinyl siding with no unsightly holes. Plus, we'll seal your crawl space with urethane foam for a total insulation package. Call Momper now for a free, no-obligation energy analysis of your home.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, you'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
And we're back at Bishop Luers High School, where the Bishop Luers Knights played a very good first half, and they're up on the Concordia Cadets 38-21, and it's my favorite time of the broadcast, other than the beginning, middle, and end. It's Bob putting on his coach's hat and trying to analyze what's going on and what changes teams are going to have to make to be more successful. And now you're Tim Ranking, you are flat, lethargic, it doesn't look like you want to play. What do you tell them?
Well, first of all, I don't think we can say on the radio probably what he told him. But, Kenny, first, I don't think there's enough time and a half to try to straighten Concordia out. But all kidding aside, I'm looking, Concordia, Kenny, I've never seen this stat in a long time. They had 5 baskets the entire first half. Luers had 16 baskets, and 4 of them are threes. When you get outscored like that, you really have a lot of adjustments. The biggest thing is you and I really don't understand their offense. They walk the ball down, and then they just sort of pass it around. To me, they got to pick up the tempo on both ends. They got to really play defense, and they have to rebound. They're getting killed on the boards. They're not guarding Foster at all, and their offense has to have some rhythm to it. And I think part of that is Reggie Tharp. He had 8 of their points, and Reggie Tharp makes them go. And Bergdahl, I would tell him to stay inside instead of shooting threes all the time.
Yeah,
he might be a good 3-point.
How many points does Bergdahl have there?
He has 6 points, but they're only 1 basket and 4 fouls. He belongs, I think, more inside.
In Bishop Luers, I don't think I'd change a thing. And if Concordia wants to run with them, I think they're going to get in trouble. I don't, unless Luers goes super duper ice cold, I don't see a real problem with them getting a W here. And I know that's awfully early to predict. We've seen.
You just stole my 2 minutes.
Well, we're out of time, so.
But my biggest thing on Luers is you tell the referees I didn't want to go in at halftime because they're playing too well.
Yeah, I agree completely. 38-21 your score, and I just don't know how Concordia is going to combat this thing. I guess they're going to have to run a little bit and see if they can force, maybe go full court pressure, see if they can get some turnovers, some quick, cheapy baskets, get this thing under.
Well, and again, this is a veteran team of Concordia. Luers has all the rust, haven't played forever, and they're really getting outplayed. You know, Coach Ranking, he'll have them ready to play. It just might be too late because that first half just killed Concordia.
Hubcap Express is our third quarter sponsor, and they are the expert to run flat tires and plus size fitment. Need your tires aligned or wheels straightened up, they do that right there. For all your tire needs, visit Hubcap Express. They're at 606 West Coliseum Boulevard, and on the web at hubcapexpress.com.
Both teams back to their starting lineups, Kenny.
The Knights with the basketball. Ray Walker, a couple of juke moves, puts up a 15-footer from the left toe. Count it.
He's the magician with the ball, and he's a good shooter also. He's got 4 points.
40-21, and here's what we're curious about. The offense of the Concordia Cadets. They get to Bergdahl back to Tharp. Tharp swings it around to Weichert. Weichert jacks up a 3 from way down here. Nope, that was an alley-oop to Bergdahl. He missed it. Tharp with the rebound. He missed it. And Davis came down with the rebound for the Knights. He gets to Walker. Walker to Foster. Foster downtown. I mean, it's 7 or 8 feet out. Puts it up and in.
I guess they still don't know to guard J.J. Foster.
He shot that from the bench, for heaven's sake. Tharp with the basketball over to Weichert. Weichert outside the arc. They try to get it inside. Webb, that is running a little bit of an offense. Nick Webb got a baseline.
That's his first basket, and he needs inside because he's strong.
They get it inside to Curry. Curry stops, pops, throws it a little bit too hard. Rebound out of there by Paradigm. Paradigm still has it, gets it forward to Weichert. Weichert back to Paradigm, back to Weichert. He's going to throw up a three, and it hits the corner of everything and just falls dead. Rebound fought for between Webb and Curry, and Curry's going to get called for the personal foul. He got a big hunk of arm. Takes his second of the ball game, the team's first of the half. And
Concordia's still playing with a lot more energy, aren't they?
well, I was impressed at the fact that they actually got it down in the low blocks and they made a move right away. So, like they kind of woke that one up. Now that was, I don't know why he just didn't catch it, but quite illegal. Cam Weichert picks up the basketball in the backcourt and heads to the forecourt. And he has the rock, kicks it over to the right side. Paradigm. Weichert Paradigm playing a little pitch and catch out there. And they're
Boy, they like this alley-oop.
Alley-oop to Bergdahl, and they put it up and in. So 2 alley-oops and 1 baseline drive for Concordia Cadets so far. And a couple of jump shots for Luers, and both of them have gone in. Walker picks it up, gets it inside to Banks. Banks spins to the right side. No good. Bergdahl pulls down a rebound like he cares this time.
That's his 5th rebound.
Gets it over to Tharp. Tharp between the legs, tries to lose Walker, didn't work. Gives it to Bergdahl. Bergdahl drives. He's cut off, so he kicks it out to Weichert. Weichert lost control of the ball, grabs it, gets it to Tharp. Tharp settles things down, flicks it over to Weichert. Weichert about 6 feet out, right wing. Starts to drive inside the arc, pulls it back outside the arc. Has to give it up to Paradigm. Paradigm finds Webb. Inside out action. Weichert.
That was good ball movement. That was real good ball movement.
That looked like a team that might have got a little bit blistered in the.
That's his second three.
43-28 your score, and they're playing with a little bit of purpose here this half. Walker.
Boy, he was close to back it over.
He sure was. Weichert backs off a little bit now, and the Knight's going to go to the double high post. This time down the floor. Davis pops out, thinks about the three, gets it down inside to Curry. Curry turns, puts it up, and he's fouled rather firmly by Nick Webb. And that should put Sidney Curry to the free throw line with 5:13 on the clock here in the third.
Sidney Curry had 3 baskets in the second quarter, 5 rebounds, and these are his first 2 foul shots. And a little more enthusiasm. Concordia had 8 points in the first quarter, and we haven't even played 3 minutes, and they already have 7 here in the third quarter.
Curry, first free throw is hard off the back of the iron. He just grabs it, throws it up. Their second one does the exact same thing. Rebound Webb. Webb forward to Tharp. Tharp to Paradigm. Paradigm for 3, and it's good.
I'll tell you, they sure still like shooting the threes. That's their offense.
Well, they got it down to 12. Give it to Foster. Foster just buzzed right by Tharp. Puts it up, and he is fouled on the way in. Now we'll see who they're going to call the personal foul on. I think it might be Webb. His second of the ball game, team second of the half. So it's 43-31, 4:56, and the first 3 minutes have gone by pretty quickly here.
J.J. Foster, 16 points, and these are his first 2 free throws. He's usually a good free throw shooter. Boy, we're jinxing him tonight.
Yeah, that one, call that the same thing as Shaq used to call his dog.
Between Curry and Foster, they're 0 out of 3, and they don't even look good right now, but Foster's too good a shooter to miss this one. Thank you, JJ. You saved us that time.
Puts it in, 44-31. And quickly, Concordia actually got down the floor quick. But then they held everything up. So Tharp dribbles all the way to the right side, finds Webb and finds Paradigm. They get it inside to Bergdahl, out to Weichert, the light side out max action, and bang, puts it up and in.
3 threes already for Weichert. Kenny, as critical as I was the first half, Concordia is sticking to their game plan, and now they're hitting threes, and they've cut it to 10.
But they're moving the basketball inside out.
And playing with enthusiasm.
Yep. Walker almost out dribbles himself, gets it to Curry. Curry double team, bounce passes right to Tharp. Tharp's got Foster.
They're going to call traveling.
Yep, Foster just got out of the way, and Tharp had, his feet were moving, that's for sure. And Tharp fell down, and Walker did the right thing because he saw Tharp was out of control. Just get out of the way and let him fall down.
Concordia had 2 turnovers the entire first half, and they have 1 now. Luers only had 1 turnover in the first half.
JJ gets it inside to Curry. Curry fights through the double team, puts it up. No good. Rebound Concordia. Tharp don't have the numbers. He pulls it back and waits for the rest of the team to come down the floor.
Concordia scores now. We're back to a ball game.
Weichert gives it back to Tharp. Tharp thinks about a 3. It's in the air. Hard off the back of the iron. Bergdahl tipped it to Webb. Webb puts it up.
They're going to call late foul.
So Webb's going to go to the free throw line, and Concordia is playing as well as Luers did in the first half.
What do you say, Kenny, about sometimes waking a sleeping giant? Somebody's woken up the bear here. Concordia didn't play worth a nickel the first half, and they're really putting it together here in the third quarter.
Well, I think Coach Rankin must have told him he's going to hide the keys to the bus and you're going to walk home if I don't get some effort. The first free throw is no good, so the score remains double digits, 44-34. But I'm sure Concordia would have been happy to get single digits, to begin the fourth quarter.
I bet they were happy to get out of the locker room also, because Coach Reike could not have been happy.
And the second free throw is good, so it's down to 9, 44-35. Full court press, and Walker traveled with the basketball. Didn't expect the big Bergdahl to be there. He looked up and hesitated and kind of shuffled his feet. J.J. Foster says, I've seen enough of this garbage. I want timeout. I want a 30-second timeout, and we're going to take one, too. You're listening to 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
Are you looking for an orthopedic specialist? Ortho Northeast has been serving the community for over 50 years with offices in 3 convenient locations. Look for the location nearest you. Dr. John Pritchard is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with 20 years of experience with OME and can assist you with the best treatment plan for your knee or shoulder pain. Dr. John Pritchard is looking forward to meeting you and helping with all orthopedic needs. Call Dr. Pritchard at 260-484-8551 or visit the web at www.orthome.com.
Luers High School. Luers Spirit on the wall and banners everywhere. 44-35 your score. The Knights enjoy a 9-point lead currently. 4:36 on the clock, and the Concordia Cadets will have the rock. Paradine going to trigger it in, and he gets it to Tharp and kind of throws it deep into the
Concordia has 13 points, 14 points this quarter, and they scored 13 all of the second quarter.
Webb with the basketball right side there outside the arc. Him and Weicker playing a little pitch and catch out there. Bergdahl's trying to get position on Banks down on the inside. They're going to swing it around to the other side and see what they can do with Paradigm down on the block. Weicker picked it up, no place to go with it. Tharp has to come and rescue him. He's picked up defensively.
Luers a good man-to-man now, giving Concordia trouble on the defensive end.
They try to dump it down inside to Bergdahl. Bergdahl and Banks. Bergdahl puts it up, but he just uses his height that time. Good play by the Concordia Cadets. 44-37. We're down to 7. We got a ball game, Bob.
Bergdahl has 10 points, and he only had 2 in the first quarter.
Ray Walker. Bounce pass to Foster. Foster drives, has to stop because he's double teamed. They get to the Banks. Banks didn't shoot it. Gets it out. Shot no good by Cook. Rebound Concordia. Tharp quickly to Paradine. Paradine shoots a 3. Count it.
I'll tell you, this is hard to believe. That's 9 points for Paradine. They cut it to 4, and Paradine's threes. And if you wouldn't be here the first half, Kenny, you'd go, this is Luers changed uniforms because Concordia is really playing well now.
Now you really wish the coach that he didn't stop the first half. Cook's got the basketball, gets it to Curry. Curry's too far outside. He gets it to Banks. Banks shoots one from the free throw line.
He's still hot.
Boy, they needed that badly. Break that drought a little bit.
He has 13 points.
46-49 your score with 2:15 on the clock, third quarter. And Tharp slowly dribbling on the right side of the floor. Finally bounce pass over to Webb. Webb flings it over to Weicker. Weicker drives, puts it up and in.
Boy, Concordia is a different looking ball club. Weicker now has 11 points, and he didn't score in the first quarter.
JJ brings it up. Kind of about slow and nonchalant, gives it to Walker. Walker's got Weicker on his left side. Oh, and he crossover dribbles. Now, why he went to the left hand there, I have no idea because he missed it completely. A rebound Concordia. He got all the way to the glass. On the right side of the glass, put up with his left hand. Tharp gets inside the lane, puts it up amongst the trees. It come up
good defense by Curry.
Curry threw it behind Cook and out of bounds. So,
Kenny, we also didn't see the entire coaching staff and the Concordia bench is off, up and down, roaring, yelling, supporting Concordia. You did not see that the first half. Of course, the way they played the first half, there was no reason to cheer for them. But this half, it's a completely different ball club, and we have ourselves a ball game. And Luers better wake up here a little.
Concordia takes it out of bounds again. They flip it into the backcourt. Tharp guarded by Foster. Fling it to the left side to Weicker. He's made a couple threes, so Cook better get up on him. Get over to Bergdahl. Bergdahl flicks it over to Tharp. Tharp back to Bergdahl. Bergdahl going to work the baseline on Davis.
Nice
block.
Oh, I thought that might have been a block on Banks.
Jordan Banks got a piece of the basketball, but he must have got a piece of the player too. They're going to call him for the push from the backside. No, they're going to call that on Jason Davis.
Boy, I didn't see that.
Well, then Banks get a clean block. We were right.
For a change.
Yeah.
My wife won't believe I was right. But
hey, Mrs. Murs, he was right on, spot on, guaranteed.
10 points for Paxton Bergdahl, and he's 5 out of 5 from the foul line.
46-43.
Kenny, do you believe what's going on here?
Nope. That's why we come to these games. That's why I love basketball.
Concordia already has more points in this quarter than they had the entire first half. That's why we play the game.
1:08 on the clock. Second free throw is good. And a lineup change for Concordia. Connor Bartkowiak checks in the lineup.
I'm happy you had to pronounce that one.
I practiced that one before things got going.
Connor, I'll call him Connor, 6'1" senior.
Connor B.
Bergdahl needs a rest here.
Yep, 1:04 on the clock. And the Knights are up by 2. Get it over to Walker. Walker, right wing. Works his way to the top of the key. Finds JJ over the left wing. He's guarded closely by Tharp. Tharp is picked off the play by Banks. He gets down into the lane. Throws the 3 up.
Oh, nice rebound. This Davis kid's a good-looking ball player.
Davis on the weak side rebound after the miss by Cook on the 3. 48-44. We're inside 35 seconds to go. I think Concordia's going to aim for the last shot unless they get a real nice-looking open look here. And the defense a little bit tighter this time by the Bishop Luers Knights 25 seconds ago, and they still got it deep in the offensive end. Weichert.
Wow, they're going to call it a foul. Haven't had too many fouls in this game, and Concordia coach Reiking's making a smart move. He's going to bring in his offense, going to bring in Bergdahl for the last 22 seconds.
Yeah, they called that on Davis. Davis must have got him enough for the off arm playing defense, but they stopped him, and he just started to drive into the lane. And the whistle stopped the play. So it's only the 4th foul against Bishop Luers, the 2nd on Davis.
Reggie Tharp's going to get about a 22-second rest. They're going to bring in Peter Morrison.
Took the basketball in. They're going to try to get the cheap. He didn't work to give it to Weichert. Weichert throws it.
Well, he was wide open.
They get forward to Walker. Walker's going to try and get past everybody. And they're not going to call.
That was on the floor, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a good call by the referee. He fouled him on the floor, finished the play, and threw up. He must be left-handed. He threw up the left hand again from the right side of the iron, and it went in, but it's not going to count because he was fouled.
Walker might not be the quickest guard in the city, but I'd like to see somebody that's quicker because that kid, he goes from end to end, but like you said, he's really left-handed right now.
Well, I begin to wonder if and they're not. It's a non-shooting foul, so it's on the floor. So we got 16.8, and the Knights have the basketball underneath their hoop. They get it to Walker. Walker's fighting his way in.
Good defense by Bergdahl.
And the Ashford.
He's got to give it to a guard. Look out. He needed to give it to a guard.
Pocket pick by J.J. Foster.
Beautiful by Foster.
And that could make a big difference in how the fourth.
That's a big play for Concordia.
4-point turnaround, 50-44 now your score, and we are at the end of 3. So let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to 106.3 FM WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
Hello, I'm Tom Steele with Tom Steele Tire and Auto Repair, a family-owned business for over 35 years. We carry all major brands of new tires as well as a large selection of quality used tires to save you money. We do all types of auto repairs, be it brakes, alignment, or just fix your air conditioning. Tom Steele Tire, North Clinton or Illinois Road. Give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
The right solution matters. First Federal Bank knows businesses come in all sizes, from family-owned to mid-sized enterprises, all the way to large corporations. And we believe banking solutions should too. Whether you're looking for a way to improve cash flow or finance a multi-million-dollar expansion, we're dedicated to finding solutions custom fit to you. I'm Perry Level. To learn more about First Federal Bank's commercial banking solutions, call me at 260-432-0022 or visit first-fed.com. After all, we're better together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You can call them at 844-230-6611 or visit them online at ndelevate.com to learn more, and that is our fourth quarter sponsor.
Outstanding for Concordia. They scored 23 points in that quarter. And Luers scored 12, but they only had 8 until the last minute. And that basket by Foster is going to be big.
Tharp drives the lane, pops about a 3-footer and puts it in, 50-46.
Kenny, he hadn't scored the entire third quarter, so that's big to get Reggie Thorpe back in the scoring.
And I apologize, that was a baseline drive, not a lane drive. Walker with the basketball, gets it to Cook, back to Walker. Walker is going to float to the right side. He gets it down inside the Banks. The double team comes zooming over in a hurry. And Concordia is really serious about defense. And
good call by J.J. Foster. He saw they were trapped, didn't he?
Early in the quarter to be saving a possession, but this game might turn into one of those possessions of precious kind of nights. So we'll see what the game plan is. They got it down into the right low block to Banks, and the double team came immediately. He didn't have a chance to look for anybody or refoul. Then he fumbled the basketball and rolled into the corner.
And he had 9 points in the first quarter, and then they woke up on defense with him, but they didn't play much defense at all on Banks in the first quarter. J.J. Foster had 10 points in the first quarter. They held him to 3 in the second quarter, but he already has he had 6 in the third quarter. So again, Concordia really playing a lot better, but as poorly as they played in the first half, they're playing that well in the second half.
Well, the entry passes were so simple and easy to get, and they were getting them right in the blocks, 2, 3, 4 feet away from the bucket. Now they're challenging every pass, and they're playing like they've got some heart. So Tim Rankin got them motivated, and we're off and running. 7:22.
And the way they shoot threes, this game is never over, because they shoot 2 threes and they're right back in it.
Walker to Foster. Foster looks to take a pick from Banks. A little bit of pick and roll. Foster jacks up a 3, hits the front of the iron, goes long. Walker gets the rebound.
Oh, there's a foul on Bergdahl.
Banks, and Bergdahl pushed Banks before the ball got there. So it'll be a non-shooting foul, but it will be the 5th foul of the ball game against the Concordia Cadets, and the first foul of the game against Bergdahl.
Walker was standing at the 3-point line, and that's what happens when you shoot a 3. People forget to rebound. You get the long rebound, and that's what Walker got.
Foster's having trouble finding anybody to get it into. He finds a quick bounce pass to Banks. Banks tries to use his off arm to make room. Didn't work. Walker comes flying around.
Oh, nice tip by
tipped in by Davis.
Again, the same thing. Davis has got a ton of rebounds. That's 5 rebounds. And he has a basket in every quarter. He has 10 points, and he's the glue right now for Luers. When they need a basket, Davis gets it for them.
Morris, Paradigm, and Tharp playing a little pitch against. Paradigm decides he's going to jack up a 3, rims out.
One of the few he missed.
With a nice, polite rebound, and that's kind of what the Luers Knights need. If they convert here, they'll stretch that lead back out at 6 with 6:32 to go. Cook, right side, gets to Walker in the corner. Walker's going to drive baseline.
Oh, what a pass, Kenny.
Pass to Davis.
He is a magician with the ball.
Davis comes sneaking him to the backside. Nice play, 54-46. Back to an 8-point lead for the Bishop Luers Knights. Morrison with the basketball. He picks it up, finds Paradigm. Paradigm thinks about throwing the baseline, goes the other way. Finds Tharp. Tharp's going to try the baseline. He's cut off. He has to throw a lob pass out to the top. They get to Bergdahl. Bergdahl's going to try that same baseline. He puts it up with the scythe. No good. Tip, no good.
Good battle by Bergdahl.
Bergdahl fought for it. Grabbed
he got 2 or 3 rebounds there.
Did a good job. 54-48 to score. And Walker gets it into the forecourt quickly and then hits the brakes again. He could stop on I would say a half.
Oh, my Lord. He's so quick. Him and Foster are just a very good, potent offensive machines.
Tharp just threw Foster down away from the basketball. I actually happened to see that one. And that will be his first foul of the ball game for Reggie Tharp. So he played a lot of minutes without committing too many fouls. And the 5th foul on Concordia. I had that wrong the last call. There's now 5 fouls on Concordia and 4 on Bishop Luers. 5:39 on the clock. 54-48.
Oh, what a pass.
And
I'll tell you this, Davis has got to be having a career night.
Davis is slashing to the basket at just the right time.
He's got 14 points.
You can tell these kids are on the same page when it comes to that back cut and or the baseline drive. It's working well right now the last couple times on the floor for Luers. Over the top to Morrison. Morrison to Tharp. Tharp to Paradigm. Paradigm's open. He'll take a 3.
Now they're not hitting him.
And the rebound bounces off of Webb's shoulder and lands in Davis's hands. He hands it off to Foster. Foster gets it over the timeline. He's picked up by Tharp right away. Foster kind of fumbles it over to Walker. Walker gets a good grip on it. He's got the right side. I'm surprised.
They're in no hurry, are they, Kenny?
Well, they did get it into Curry when they had a good chance, but he's got it now. But
Good defense by Tharp.
Tharp snuck in behind him and got a big handful of it. It's a jump ball. So the tallest guy on the floor and the shortest guy on the floor gets tied up together. The Knights have the basketball under their own hoop. J.J. Foster going to trigger it in.
Watch for Banks or Curry maybe inside.
They've looked twice. They've looked 3 times. And finally tries to throw it off of Tharp. His legs of Tharp. Did it roll back out of bounds?
I think it did. Foster, this is twice now that they're having trouble getting the ball in. They're not. Seems like they're moving away from the ball instead of setting picks to go to the basket.
That was an intelligent play. Sometimes that don't work. He threw it against Tharp's legs and let it roll out of bounds, so they didn't lose the possession. Slight bounce pass in the Banks. Banks goes around the horn, puts up a left-handed scoop shot.
Banks is everywhere. He's very aggressive.
Aggravated him because he got his own rebound, tried to bounce pass it inside, stolen by Tharp. Tharp hustles down the floor.
That's got to be a blocking foul.
Right over.
Got to be a blocking foul.
Well, yeah, JJ was moving with him, so.
And Kenny, the only thing was Tharp was going to the basket even if there was 4 guys on defense. He's a good player, but I'd like to see him maybe pass the ball out a little, but he's trying to do it all himself right now.
Yeah, you could read the body language, and Tharp's walking around like he took a little shot to the hip. The referee is also adamant that was on the floor and not a shooting foul, so they're going to take it out under the basket. Tharp kind of disappointed in that. He's not limping, but
he only has 1 basket since halftime. They got to get Reggie Tharp going again.
Bergdahl, Paradine to Tharp. Tharp's got it to the left wing. Bergdahl's out between the circles. Webb's calling for the basketball. He's got Curry right on the hip. I don't think he's going to get it. Paradine, top of the key. Weichert, 3 on the
Boy, they love to shoot the 3. We've said it all day, but 5 baskets for Weichert, and 4 of them are 3s. They can shoot themselves right into the lead again.
56-51. The Knights are up by 5 with 4 minutes to go in regulation. And it's getting active down here on the baseline. Banks going to drive down on Bergdahl.
Oh, nice move.
Banks turns around, puts it up.
Boy, he's good.
Spin move made himself a little bit of space there.
You just wouldn't think a guy that big has a touch, but he really does. He's just a very good ball player.
58-51 your score. Weichert gets it into Bergdahl. Bergdahl guarded by Banks. Davis double teamed. They kick it back out to Weichert. Weichert. Davis left to go double teaming. Weichert drains the 3.
They'd have been shooting like this the first half. They're really playing ball finally.
58-54, and let's take a 1-minute time. Well, let's take a 30-second timeout here. You're listening to 106.3 FM at WRDF Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
Matthew F. Hatfield, a health insurance specialist for those aged 65 and older, and for those under age 65 receiving Social Security disability. Matt provides Medicare supplement plans, Medicare Part D prescription drug plans, Medicare Advantage plans, dental, vision, and hearing aid insurance plans, and long-term care insurance plans. For taking good care during the best years of your life, call Matthew F. Hatfield at 484-6606.
3:42 on the clock, left in regulation. I smell an overtime, maybe. 58-54 your score, and an amazing turnaround by the Concordia Cadets after just stinking up the building the first half. Have really played some solid basketball this first 14 minutes.
To emphasize your statistic, Kenny, hard to believe they have 54 points. They had 8 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And now they got 54. So that's 46 points since the first quarter, and they're just raining 3s. I mean, Weichert's got 6 baskets, and 4 of them are 3s, and they have slowed down their offense a little, which I wasn't sure is a good idea, but the way they're shooting.
Well, I don't know that they're playing with a purpose now, because before they just kind of flipped it around and didn't act like they didn't really want to be here. But boy, oh boy, they've certainly changed things around. And we are back into play. Walker with the basketball for the Knights in a 4-point lead. He flips it over to Foster, the left wing.
They're going to try to get it inside. I bet the Banks or Curry again.
Yep, well, they do get it to Banks on the right, low block, and he spins to his right. Defense is there, so he bounces past to Curry. For Walker shoved Weichert. Yeah, you could have called it if you wanted to, but they didn't. He gives it to Davis. Davis guarded by Paradine. Davis not really looking for the shot. He gets it to Banks. Banks.
The bank's open. He's unbelievable.
That's about a 15-footer from the left side.
17 points for Banks.
Mid-range jump shot is a lost art in some schools. 60-54, 3 minutes even to go here in regulation. And we got us a dandy ball game between the Cadets and the Knights.
Concordia needs a basket almost every time they shoot.
Webb puts one up.
Oh, Tharp snuck in. That was a cheapie.
Well, and the rebound was odd. It stayed on the iron. And Davis jumped but couldn't do anything with it. If he'd have touched it, it would have been offensive interference. So, easy bucket, 4-point lead.
Foster's running all over the floor. Tharp's having a tough time keeping up with him.
Foster's got it. He gets it down inside to Curry. If he goes to his right, he's got a lot of room. He finds Banks. Banks at the top of the key. He hands it off to Foster. Foster tries to go inside.
Oh, nice. I thought that was a good pass.
To a maroon uniform, and it comes out. Tharp with the basketball. Stop and go move. Got right past the defender.
We got a ball game, Kenny, and I never thought we'd say this.
60-58 their score.
Concordia's fans can't believe it.
2:10 and counting. Walker takes it over the timeline. Walks it over the timeline. And I think Luers needs to play with a little more speed, a little more urgency.
They're not playing the offense they did the first half.
No, they're certainly not. Davis has the ball. He takes pick from Curry. The pick and roll didn't work, so they get it inside the Banks. Banks bounce passes it back out to Foster. Foster greeted by Bergdahl.
Bergdahl just made a silly foul, and they didn't call it.
Bergdahl follows him all the way out to the 10-second line. He's going to chase him even out there some more. JJ's going to buzz by him here. They can't keep it in the deep freeze. No time clock no shot clock here in high school. 1:31 to go, and the Knights.
Both coaches are up giving instructions.
That's a gutsy move, putting it in the deep freeze at this time.
Oh, nice pass.
Foster,
I thought that was a good pass.
Banks had a hand on it and lost it for the cheerleaders. So
5 turnovers for Luers, and they only had 4 in the first half.
Timeout on the floor. Let's take a 30-second break ourselves. You are listening to 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
Redeemer Radio gladly thanks Dr. Mark Stoner, a St. Jude parishioner, for underwriting a portion of our programming. Dr. Mark Stoner offers comprehensive dentistry for every family member. Dr. Stoner is now accepting new patients at his new location, 9830 Auburn Road. For more information on services for all dental needs, Dr. Stoner can be found on the web at markstonerdds.com or reached by phone at 260-484-4181.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. 1-2-3 is what the clock says. A minute 23 to go. The Bishop Luers Knights 60, the Concordia Cadets 58.
Concordia's outscored them 14-10 this quarter. It was 50-44, and now it's 60-58. A couple fans are leaving, Kenny, and I'd like to ask them, why are they leaving such a good game? And this game is far from over, I would think.
Yeah.
Unless the hot dogs are on sale out there.
Yeah, maybe. Or they want to beat the traffic. I'm not completely sure. I know they're going to go listen to Redeemer Radio.
Wow, then more power to them.
Yeah, absolutely. They look like Redeemer Radio fans to me. So, okay, Concordia's going to have the basketball. Going to have to go the full length of the floor. No real big deal. Foster's going to give token pressure to Tharp.
What do you think, Kenny? Do they go inside, or does Tharp go to the bucket here?
I think Tharp goes to the bucket. He's going to try. Spin move on JJ. He does.
Wow.
Puts it up and in.
We got a game. We're tied. I can't believe with a minute to go. And JJ's going to take it now. Even though Walker's got the ball, look for JJ or Banks inside.
Walker with the basketball. Weichert's guarding him, leaning toward his left because he knows he's left-handed. Crossover dribble, bounce pass into Curry. Curry mans up.
And he got fouled. That's the way. I thought they should have gone to him earlier, but it doesn't make any difference. Go to him now.
He almost put it up too hard. It got to the outside of the iron, bounced past and fell in.
He's got 8 points. That's his first basket since halftime. He's 0 out of 2 from the foul line. That was a big play. Walker sure makes things happen again. He's your playmaker. Foster's your all-around guard. Walker and Foster have really carried the offense, and Curry needs to hit this one.
Puts it up and in.
That's the way to do it, young man.
63-60. Timeout on the floor. Let's see how long of a timeout they're going to take here. 52.3 on the clock. And we're going to take a 30-second break. There we go. You're listening to 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne. Welcome home to your family of faith.
This is Jason Schiffley, principal of Bishop Luers High School. Students enter our school as children and emerge as adults, prepared to go out into the world with the tools necessary to become citizens of two worlds. Our enriched curriculum focuses on academics, service to the community, and participation in extracurricular activities, all while building on the foundation of our Catholic faith. Tuffy, our saintly mascot, reminds us that we are all called to be saints. Call us at 260-496-4700 or visit us online at bishopdwenger.com to find out how you can become a Dwenger saint.
But Luers played real well.
We're back. You're right, Bob. We're back. 52.3 seconds to go in regulation. I was joking a little bit about overtime, but it's a distinct possibility now. The Knights are up by 3. Concordia will have the basketball coming out of the timeout.
I would not think they would shoot the 3. Would you, Kenny? I would think they're going to try to get it inside either to Bergdahl or Tharp driving. Of course, Mr. Weichert, he has 6 baskets and 5 of them are threes, and Paradine's good three-point shooter, but I don't know. I don't know if you shoot the 3 now. Maybe you just get a basket and play good defense.
Well, Concordia is going to be greeted by a little bit of three-quarter court pressure. They still haven't got it over the timeline.
Good coaching by J.J. Foster.
Tharp drives to the baseline, kicks it out. Bergdahl for 3 in the corner. No good.
Good rebound by Curry, and he's fouled. Good rebound.
Hard by Webb.
Well, they went for the 3. I thought maybe one of the other 2 young men would shoot it, Weichert or Paradine. Bergdahl does not have a 3, but he's a good shooter also.
35.5 on the clock, 63-60. The Knights are up by 3.
Curry just made a key free throw. He's got 9 points. He's 1 out of 3 from the foul line, and these are big 1-and-1s. He needs to at least hit one of them.
First one's up. No good. Got to hit that front one.
Now they might shoot the 3 right away.
Here they come. 30 seconds to go. Tharp with the basketball top of the key. Turns left.
Oh, what a block by Curry.
Big time from the backside. Walker. They got 3-on-1.
That's a beautiful play. That might be your game there.
Luers got to get back and play some defense. 15 seconds.
Somebody's going to shoot a 3 quickly.
Bergdahl waiting for the basketball.
Oh, they called timeout? Wow.
Timeout. Concordia. 65-60. Now your score with 12.6 on the clock, and you're right. That last little alley-oop play from Walker to Davis might be the game winner.
I'll tell you, the kid that we haven't hardly talked about, all he does is score. Jason Davis, 6'4", junior. He was not in the starting lineup when we were here real early in the season.
He's had a very, very nice game. I don't think he's had any threes, but he's been around the basketball. He slices to the iron.
And he always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. He has 10 points, 2 points in the first quarter and 10 since halftime. 4 big baskets here, also rebounds. He's just a solid player, not flashy, but when you look up and you go, my gosh, the kid had 16 points. He's just doing all the little things. And Luers struggled there in the second half, but boy, when they needed some baskets, they knew where to go.
And that last play, he was, again, hanging out. Well, he ran the floor well and looped toward the iron, and Walker picked him up. Oh, golly, three-quarter court or so. And you saw the eye contact. You knew what was coming. And Walker laid up an awfully nice pass. Easy for him to handle. Just put it up and in.
Walker's had a ton of assists tonight. And, again, Bishop Luers, when in crunch time, they're doing their thing. Good scoring, good passing, good defense. Concordia's going to have to jack up a 3 real quick and then try to foul.
Paradigm gets it to Bergdahl. Bergdahl hands it off to Tharp. 9 seconds, Tharp a 3. Count it.
Now they call time. He called a foul?
The whistle stops play. He calls the...
And a foul.
Called the 3. Is good. And a foul on Walker.
19 points for Tharp, 2 threes, and Kenny, I may be getting too excited. I didn't see the foul. Was that after the shot? Because this is a 4-point play. We got a ball game.
I have to confess it. I didn't see it.
We got a ball game again because
referee's quite adamant, and there's not a lot of people mad.
If he makes it, you got to foul Luers right away, and if he misses it, you got to foul Luers right away.
It's up.
And now you got to foul him, I think, if you can't steal the ball here. Good timeout by Ranking.
Timeout. And we're going to stay right here because this is just too exciting to go to commercial right now. 7.5 on the clock. And an interesting not going to call it a phantom foul, but a foul. We just didn't see it because of the angle we have on the play. But Tharp drains the three, and I don't know if he gave him a little bit of a push. So, you know how they block the shooter on a rebound kind of thing. And they called the foul on Walker.
I got to give Reggie Tharp all the credit in the world. I was a little critical of him. He has 20 points. He only had 3 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, and he's done all his scoring in the fourth quarter. And he's the type of player, Kenny, that when you need him to step up in a crunch time, he's done it. And so you got to give him all the credit. And again, Concordia did not play worth a nickel that first half, but that's all forgotten now. Luers has got 7.5 seconds. Do you agree that if you don't play the defense, if you can't get the ball, like steal it or 3 or 5 second, then you have to foul right away?
If you can't steal it on the inbounds pass, you got to foul, absolutely.
And the best Luers could do is be up 3. They're up 1 if they hit both free throws. So we're going to have about 5 seconds. Concordia could get the ball back with about 5 seconds.
Cook's going to take the basketball out, and I'm surprised they haven't set up somebody to, well, maybe they're going
to go long. Yeah, because Coach Reiking says you better have it. There's your safety valve in football.
He just did that, so.
You better foul him, and that's old.
Bounce pass to Foster. Foster fouled by Webb right away.
He might not be the guy you want to foul, but at crunch time, you got to foul somebody.
But Nick Webb guilty of that personal foul. And that puts J.J. Foster at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Foster's got 19 points and 1 out of 2 from the foul line. And even if he makes these, Concordia's got a chance to go down and shoot a 3. So
6.5 on the clock, 65-64. The Knights up by 1.
If he misses this,
Banks,
Foster's got to be telling him not foul. Because if he misses this, you don't want Luers to foul and put Concordia at the foul line. But JJ's a good free throw shooter. I bet he makes at least 1 and maybe 2 of them.
They're negotiating the free throw line. They got Ray Walker on the other side, which is kind of surprising.
And Banks is back.
First one's up.
He missed it.
No good. A rebound.
I thought they called a foul.
Walker.
Oh, my Lord. Walker never gave up on the play. Never gave up.
I think got a timeout called.
Yeah.
So it's going to be possession. Luers, 9/10 of a second left, and a 1-point lead. And again, they're going to take a full timeout here. We're going to
Ray Walker, in my estimation, he didn't win the game on that play. But Kenny, he never gave up, hustled, stole the ball, whatever you want to say, and then had the presence of mind to call timeout. And Bergdahl was probably looking to pass it, but Walker's as fast a player and as quick a player as you're going to find. And on the defensive end, he's everywhere.
Concordia's got their instructions. They're already out of the huddle. They're not too awfully far away from the Luers huddle. Maybe they can kind of sneak in. Here we got a substitution, which you can do at this point.
Is this
put Webb down and a young, quick-handed somebody? Tell him to move one step to see who it is.
With you
Justice
doing all the Concordia, all the New Haven games is announcing, is this game also on the guy on the clock? Because sometimes they're a little quicker than other times. Because this game might be over as soon as they touch it, maybe.
Which is why I've never run a clock.
Yep.
And never run a scoreboard. I'll talk about it all
that way
long.
You don't get yelled at.
J.J. Foster going to trigger the basketball in. And the Knights spread the floor. He's going to have a jumping kangaroo in the name of Reggie Tharp in the way.
The game's over.
Triggered in the backcourt.
That's going to be it. Wow. Luers got out of here with their life tonight.
Escaped with a win after we thought it was going to be a dominating blowout. 65-64.
Wow.
Wow.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, let's take a 1.5 break, and we'll come back with our post-game show. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne.
Think of Briscoe Dentistry for your family's dental care. Dr. Todd Briscoe and team know that your body is more than just teeth and gums. Your oral health affects the performance ability of your entire body. And on the field or court, you want your body to perform at its best. So trust Dr. Briscoe and team to provide the ultimate in preventative, periodontal, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. To optimize your body's performance, contact Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950 or on the web at briscoedentistry.com.
Whether you fly a plane through the clouds or bake cookies with your kids, we want to give you more time to do what you love. Hi, this is Lisa Stauffer from First Federal Bank. Our checking accounts with online and mobile banking options let you do just that. Whether you're in the air or on the ground, ask us how you can get up to $150 when you open a new checking account and take advantage of these banking options. First Federal Bank, better together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at Bishop Luers High School, where the Bishop Luers Knights, I can safely use the word escape, with a victory after having a dominant first half. They won 65-64. Our travel sponsor, Redeemer Radio, only has one, and that's H&L Electric. We specialize in commercial electric needs for the business community, and the guys here at Luers need to call them because that scoreboard blinked about 3 times tonight. H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest projects for your business. I'm going to add school in there. We'll ad lib a little bit. Call Pete Henry at 260-357-0123. That's 260-357-0123. And our post-game sponsor.
I'm sorry, it just popped in my head. Would you call this as one of the best examples of the definition of two halves?
Oh, my. Absolutely. There's no question about it. Post-game sponsor, Bishop Luers High School, Catholic educational community that instills in each student dignity, integrity, respect, and responsibility. Catch the Luers spirit at www.bishopluers.org. I'd have never believed it, Bob, for 1 minute, the way Concordia played so flat and lethargic and lazy and tired and sleepy that first half. They come out firing, and boy, oh boy, did they turn it into a ball game.
38 points in the first half for Luers, 21 for Concordia. What's amazing to me, Concordia scored 43 points in the second half, and Luers only scored 27. It was vice versa. Concordia played terrible, as Kenny said, in the first half, and saying that they played terrible is being nice to them.
Yes.
They just weren't in the game for whatever reason. But Coach Reiking did a whale of a job, and so did the entire team. They could have put their head down, said, hey, I can't wait to get on the bus. We're going to go home and forget it. And they did not forget it. They played a heck of a ball game. Tharp had 20, 17 for Weichert. Bergdahl had 14. It was raining threes for Concordia. And Luers, 17 for Banks, 18 for Foster, 16 for Jason Davis. Curry with 9. They played great the first half, and as bad as Luers played the second half, when they needed them, they stepped up, and that's what a good team does.
Yeah, you're right. That last play between Walker and Davis, the almost alley-oop, but it was a long pass and an easy layup, was indeed the game winner, that 65th point. And they were running the floor. Now, do you think it was Concordia's aggressiveness, or Luers started to play not to win, or not to lose?
I don't know. You're probably right. You got to give Concordia a lot of credit, but you know, you and I've been there. I was never the ball player these guys are, but we've all played on the teams when we were a lot younger. And Kenny, the coaches can do whatever they can, say whatever they want. Go, guys, you know, you got to go out and give it your all. But you're going, these guys are playing terrible. We're killing them. You know, we can just go through the motions and beat them, and you can pound it in Luers' head that the game isn't over, but the fans thought it was over, and you got to give Concordia credit. But again, when push came to shove, Luers made the key plays, and even though Walker hardly scored, his stats are not in scoring or anything else. He just makes his team go. He had 4 points, but again, you'll never see anybody quicker than that kid, and his defense was really good.
Absolutely, yeah. It's one of those, oh, golly, I'm trying to think of the cliche, but yeah, it's just not going to be on the stat line, but it's just absolutely invaluable, his hustle plays and stuff, especially the one at the 9/10 of a second mark. He dove on the ball, got in between Bergdahl's legs, basically.
And then had the presence of mind to call the timeout.
Right, and did a fantastic job saving or rescuing a possession, because they missed the front end of a one-on-one, which they could have. If they'd have made those two, they could have relaxed and maybe not had to play such a hustle defense. But nonetheless, the Knights get away with a 65-64 victory, and that's got to dissecting that tape tonight or tomorrow, whenever they do. It's absolutely got to drive Coach J.J. Foster to crazy, because they just started to play. I think you're kind of right. I think they took the foot off the gas, thinking, well, we blew them out so bad in the first half, we can just hit the accelerator and go again. And that wasn't the case. You get that a lot with high school kids, thinking that they can just flip the switch and go. And occasionally they indeed can do that. But boy, not tonight. Concordia was almost not to be denied.
And as you mentioned earlier, I know this is going to be a silly comment, but even though I just coached grade school, my wife put up with a lot of ranting and raving when I coached, and I bet Mrs. Reinking is going to hear it for the whole weekend from her husband of how could we play so well in that second half, and how could we play so poor in the first half?
Yeah, Tim's been around a long time, and it's probably going to drive him crazy for a little bit, but they'll get over it, and they'll get better. Maybe they'll learn from it. They just didn't look like they wanted to put the ball in the iron first half. Just didn't want to shoot. But boy, when they decided to go after it, they did a really good job and made it a whale of a ball game and made Bob and Mai's night. 65-64, your final score from Bishop Luers High School. And you got any final thoughts before we tell them where we're going to be next?
No, Kenny, it was just a lot of fun. I'm so happy that we could start in the new year. We love broadcasting. We love working for Redeemer Radio, and when you do two games like this, it just makes it great. And Luers and Concordia down the stretch, the other teams in the SAC and the teams on their schedule, you better look out because I wouldn't want to play either of those teams when they're firing on all cylinders.
We'll be on the air again Tuesday night. We're going to be at Bishop Dwenger High School where the Canterbury Cavaliers come to town and take on the Lady Knights from Bishop Luers. That'll be tip-off around 7:25, 7:30. There's a game in front of it, so please be patient with us. Sometimes those games go a little long, and we're not on the air exactly what we tell you we are, but we'll do our best. And right behind it, we're in the same building for a guys' game. The Bulldogs come in to entertain the Bishop Dwenger St. Guys.
New Haven's been playing a lot better, haven't they, Kenny?
Not bad. They took a couple on the chin in a holiday tournament, but they're a little bit better than what people thought they were going to be. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. And then next Friday, we're going to be here for the Battle of the Bishops. That's our third doubleheader of the night. Luers and Dwenger match it up on the 22nd, So there's will be a little bit of a break there. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a week goes by, and we'll be back for our third doubleheader of the year. And we're looking forward to all of these ball games. We've got 9 broadcast games scheduled for the month of January, and I'm ready to go. Just keep the snow away so we can get to where we need to get to.
Well, again, it was just so much fun tonight. Got to give both teams credit. They worked their tails off. Both coaching staffs did a great job, and just an exciting doubleheader. Concordia's girls, Luers girls are both teams to watch out for, and SAC basketball at its best tonight.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go to our closing prayer. We're going to thank everybody for listening. If you're in your cars in the parking lot, take your time. There's a pretty good crowd here tonight, so we want everybody to get home safe and sound and warm, and have a great night. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night. I'm Kenny Barr. He's Bob Mers. Thanks for listening. God bless everybody, and we will talk to you next week.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. We give you thanks, O Lord, for the opportunity to have been together today.